To optimize your life, physically, mentally, and emotionally, there are 5 foundational things you must work on every single day. These aren't vague ideas. These are concrete neuroscience-backed actions that influence how your brain and body perform, adapt, and evolve. Sleep is the foundation upon which all cognitive and physical performance is built. It is not just a time of rest, but an active process where the brain performs essential maintenance and optimization functions. During deep sleep, the glymphatic system clears out metabolic waste from the brain, including proteins associated with neurodegenerative diseases. This process allows the brain to refresh and restore itself for the next day. At the same time, memory consolidation takes place where short-term memories from the day are integrated into long-term storage, particularly in the hippocampus and cortex. Without adequate sleep, this consolidation is impaired, leading to forgetfulness, reduced learning, and emotional instability. From a neurochemical perspective, sleep regulates hormones that control hunger, stress, and growth. Inconsistent or insufficient sleep leads to an imbalance in ghrelin and leptin, increasing appetite and promoting weight gain. It also dysregulates cortisol, the primary stress hormone, making you more reactive, less resilient, and slower to recover from challenges. REM sleep, which dominates the later part of the night, plays a key role in emotional regulation and creativity. This stage allows the brain to reprocess emotionally charged experiences and reduce their emotional intensity, helping you wake up more emotionally grounded and mentally clear. One of the most powerful levers for improving sleep quality is managing your circadian rhythm, the internal 24-hour clock governed by light. Morning sunlight exposure triggers the release of cortisol and suppresses melatonin, setting the stage for alertness and mood regulation throughout the day. Getting sunlight within the first 30 to 60 minutes of waking is one of the most science-backed protocols for anchoring your sleep-wake cycle. Just as important is minimizing artificial light, especially blue light, after sunset, which can delay melatonin in production and push sleep onset further into the night. Maintaining a regular sleep and wake schedule, even on weekends, strengthens the body's natural rhythms and improves sleep efficiency. Sleep is not a passive state. It is an active, biologically orchestrated requirement for optimal mental and physical function. Skipping sleep, or treating it as a luxury, undermines every system in the body. The neuroscience is clear. Sleep is the most reliable and powerful tool you have to enhance memory, focus, immune function, mood, and long-term brain health. When you make sleep a daily priority and design your environment and behavior around supporting it, you create a powerful foundation for growth, resilience, and high performance in every area of life. Focus is a trainable skill that directly impacts how efficiently the brain learns, performs, and adapts. It is governed by neurochemicals like dopamine and acetylcholine, which play crucial roles in motivation, attention, and neural plasticity. When you engage in deep, undistracted work, these neuromodulators become concentrated in specific brain circuits, enhancing the precision and strength of synaptic activity. This makes learning deeper and memory formation more stable. However, in a world filled with constant notifications and digital noise, maintaining focus requires conscious effort and deliberate practice. The prefrontal cortex, the region responsible for planning and attention, thrives under consistent mental training. By carving out structured blocks of time each day to engage in cognitively demanding tasks without interruptions, you are essentially building the neurological architecture for sustained concentration. Over time, this leads to more efficient work, greater creativity, and enhanced mental clarity. One of the most powerful tools for training focus is a technique called time-restricted deep work. Setting aside 90 min, it blocks aligns with the brain's natural ultradian rhythms, cycles of heightened alertness followed by dips in energy. During these peaks, the brain is primed for learning and performance. Protecting this time from distractions such as phone notifications or multitasking increases the density of acetylcholine release in task-relevant neural networks, reinforcing attentional circuits. Moreover, deliberate focus triggers dopamine release when goals are pursued and achieved, creating a positive feedback loop. The more you train your brain to focus without distraction, the more it craves that focused state, making it easier to enter and sustain in the future. The opposite is also true. Frequent switching between tasks erodes the brain's ability to stay locked into a single pursuit. Each interruption fragments your attention and introduces cognitive residue, which lowers productivity and raises stress. Training focus daily is not just about being more productive. It's about optimizing your brain's performance in everything from problem-solving to emotional regulation. The ability to focus deeply shapes how well you can learn new skills, manage complex tasks, and respond to challenges. It's a mental muscle, and like any muscle, it grows with consistency and structure. Simple protocols such as turning off distractions, using timers, and taking recovery breaks between focus sessions can significantly enhance neural engagement. In a world where attention is the new currency, sharpening your focus is one of the most valuable habits you can cultivate for long-term success and resilience. Movement is a fundamental requirement for optimal brain function, not just physical health. When you engage in physical activity, your brain releases a molecule called brain-derived neurotrophic factor BDNF, which promotes the growth and survival of neurons. BDNF enhances synaptic plasticity, the ability of the brain to form new connections and strengthen existing ones, leading to improved memory, learning, and cognitive function. Regular movement also regulates the release of neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin, which play key roles in mood, motivation, and emotional balance. Exercise increases blood flow to the brain, delivering more oxygen and nutrients that enhance overall mental clarity and alertness. These effects are not limited to intense workouts. Even short, consistent daily movement such as walking, stretching, or mobility drills can yield significant cognitive benefits. Incorporating movement throughout the day also helps to counteract the negative effects of sedentary behavior. Long periods of sitting reduce circulation and slow down metabolic processes, which in turn can dampen mental sharpness and increase fatigue. Movement reactivates those systems and allows the nervous system to return to a state of balanced arousal, neither overstimulated nor underengaged. This balance is critical for maintaining focus, regulating emotions, and avoiding burnout. In addition to cognitive performance, physical activity positively affects stress hormones such as cortisol. Exercise modulates the hypothalamic, pituitary, adrenal HPA axis, making the body and brain more resilient to daily stressors. In this way, movement becomes both a preventative tool and a treatment for chronic stress and anxiety. Engaging in physical movement also creates a natural rhythm in your day that supports productivity and recovery cycles. After a session of focused mental work, engaging in light physical activity like a brisk walk or bodyweight exercise helps reset the nervous system. This transition between cognitive and physical tasks enhances your ability to return to work with renewed mental energy. Furthermore, movement outdoors, especially in natural light, amplifies the neurological benefits. Exposure to sunlight increases serotonin, which improves mood and supports better sleep quality by aligning your circadian rhythm. In short, the brain is designed to move. Evolutionary biology shows that cognition evolved in conjunction with physical exploration and navigation of the environment. Modern neuroscience confirms this connection, proving that movement is not separate from brain health. It is central to it. By making movement a daily priority, you're not just maintaining your body, you're upgrading your brain. Stress is an unavoidable part of life, but how you manage it determines whether it becomes destructive or transformative. The brain and body are equipped with powerful mechanisms to handle stress, but chronic activation of the stress response, particularly the sympathetic nervous system, can lead to burnout, impaired focus, anxiety, and even physical illness. Cortisol, the primary stress hormone, is essential in short bursts for energy and alertness, but when elevated chronically, it damages the hippocampus, disrupts sleep, and impairs decision making. The key is not to eliminate stress entirely, but to learn how to modulate it effectively every day through deliberate practices that engage the parasympathetic nervous system, which governs rest, recovery, and calmness. One of the most effective ways to do this is through respiration-based techniques like the physiological sigh, a double inhale followed by a long exhale. This simple protocol can rapidly reduce autonomic arousal, lower heart rate, and shift the body into a state of calm alertness. In addition to breathwork, tools like non-sleep deep rest NSDR have been shown to restore cognitive energy, promote relaxation, and rebalance the nervous system after periods of intense effort or emotional stress. NSDR involves techniques like yoga nidra or specific guided body scans, which allow the brain to enter a state similar to sleep while maintaining conscious awareness. This practice reduces sympathetic tone and enhances neuroplasticity by giving the brain space to reset. Stress modulation is also supported by cold exposure, which, when used briefly and safely, trains the body to respond to controlled discomfort, thereby enhancing resilience. These controlled stress exposures build what scientists call stress inoculation, which improves your ability to handle larger stressors over time. Another powerful aspect of stress regulation involves cognitive framing, the way you interpret stress. Viewing stress as a challenge rather than a threat can significantly alter how your brain and body respond. Studies show that mindset alone can shift physiological outcomes, such as lowering inflammatory markers and improving heart rate variability. This demonstrates the direct link between thought patterns and biological stress responses. Integrating small, daily rituals like morning breathwork, midday NSDR, or evening journaling can help you manage stress proactively rather than reactively. Ultimately, stress is not the enemy, it's a signal. It's a call to activate tools that help you recover, reset, and grow. Your nervous system is plastic, meaning it adapts to how you train it. By making daily stress modulation a non-negotiable practice, you increase your capacity for focus, emotional stability, and long-term mental resilience.